All right, everybody. Good morning. It's Marcelo here. Welcome to another free English conversation class at Approach International Student Center, your first home away from home. Here at Approach, we teach free English conversation classes live on YouTube, just like you are watching right now. But we also teach live on Zoom. Later on, you're going to see that our students from Zoom, you might hear them popping up. They're going to be here practicing conversation with us. If you want to be a part of our Zoom free English conversation classes and not just watch on YouTube, but watch live here on Zoom with us, just scan the QR code. It's a very simple process. What you have to do is turn on your camera, place it right there, and scan it. This link will lead you to our website, to the Approach website. So please just do me a favor and fill in the form, and we're going to send you the email with all the links necessary for you to have an amazing free conversation class with us, okay? So now let's open our Zoom room so we can see who's here with us today. We might have a bunch of people here with us, and I hope they are ready to practice a little bit of English. Hello everyone, how are you today? Everybody good?
Hi, good, thank you.
Hey Melvin, how's it going?
So far, so good.
All right, good to see
here.
you. Yeah, good to see you. Bruna, we have Miriam.
Hi.
Hello. How are you today?
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. We have Tharwat. We have Zulkifli. Hello, everyone. So good to see you guys. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking, okay? All right, so today is a conversation class, and we're going to talk about an interesting topic, which is the topic of the usage of AI in the classroom. Where is the fine line between a student using AI or even the teacher using AI to prepare their classes? And then I would like to hear your opinion and everything about that. But my first question is very simple. Do you use AI on a daily basis? If so, what AI tools do you use? Let me hear from you. Talk to me, Melvin.
Yes, well, I don't use it on a daily basis, but I have used ChatGPT in the past in order to improve an English paragraph, maybe, which there might be some mistakes and stuff. So I asked the ChatGPT to refine it and to correct any spelling errors or typos and things like that.
Nice. That's cool.
Not on a daily basis, but the bad thing about that is that we don't take the time to think and try to correct our mistakes, but we rely solely on the technology.
Yeah. All right, cool. Who else want to talk? Do you use AI on a daily basis? If so, what AI tools do you normally use? Anybody else want to share? We do have a lot of people, but they're all shy today. So it's going to be Melvin and I. No problem.
Yeah, sometimes I use the ChatGPT to make funny pictures and things like that too of
Right.
myself. But I noticed they always change your traits.
Yeah.
It's not like you, but there's always a subtle change.
Yeah, it changes you a little bit, and it also changes the scenario as well sometimes. It's getting pretty good at, making as real as possible. Like, for example, if I take a picture right here in this scenario, and I ask ChatGPT to make an anime version of me, the scenario will be pretty accurate.
Yes.
And it's crazy to think that it can already develop those things, right? Which
I
makes,
only
tell me,
I
Bruna.
only use Google. Is Google yeah?
Google has been including AI in its researches recently, but we can say that Google is basically a search tool. So you use Google to search for things, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. But nowadays, if you ask Google, like if you say, I don't know, what is who is Neymar? If you press enter, the first things you're gonna get is like an AI generated research situation going on. Tharwat, talk to us.
Hello.
Hello.
I actually am a student. I don't use ChatGPT and I use it, but not in the daily basis, not every single day. I use it like from time to time with also DeepSeek, and that these websites and applications help me a lot to, it's make the things easier to search about a thing. Just type it and ChatGPT gonna reply for you simply. Life is so simple. I think after that, yani, before it was so hard to make like a research and search from Google and go to websites and make sure all of these things, not fake informations. Yeah, but now, alhamdulillah, that's good.
All right. Cool. Cool. Very nice. That's great. How about you, Miriam? Do you use AI on a daily basis? And if you do, what AI tools do you normally use?
Unfortunately, yes, because I use the only AI that I use is that I know is only ChatGPT.
Okay. Yeah. ChatGPT
And
is the most
some,
famous one, right?
yes, sometimes you need to also find search searches to do something or to search about something even in a different language, different from English. That's why sometimes I use AI.
Yeah. Very nice. Excellent. Thank you so much. Mariam, talk to us.
Hi,
Hello.
I am use AI tools in daily life, Canva for presentation, posters, and ChatGPT, um, and DeepSeek, PowerPoint. That's it.
Okay, yeah. It's difficult because nowadays basically every tool is incorporating AI in the tool. So like if you use Canva, Canva has a lot of AI nowadays. It will
Yes.
do things for you way easier. As I mentioned before, even Google is now, if you ask something on Google, it's gonna give you an AI research thing, and yeah, it's not the future anymore. It's the present. So, what I want to show you today, I want to do a little bit of reading practice, vocabulary, and also discuss with you a situation that happened in a university here in Boston. The name of the university is the Northeastern University, okay? So what happened there was basically that before the students enroll, the teacher will, well, when you enroll in a class, you will have the syllabus of that particular class, right? And in the syllabus, it will have all the books you have to read, everything that the teacher expects from you, everything that the university expects from the student. And in one of those topics, it was written, the student cannot use AI, okay? So they got the syllabus and it said there, students cannot use AI, it's plagiarism, right? So, good, okay, deal. The student goes to class and then she starts to realize that the materials that the professor is using, it has, when you copy from ChatGPT and then it comes with ChatGPT at the end?
Yeah, link.
Yeah, like a link, like saying ChatGPT created this. Or for
Yeah.
example, do you want me to make this better? Or giving us. So the students started to see that the materials that the professor used were written by AI, you see? So the student felt like that was a dishonest exchange, because when the student enrolled in the university, what did the school say? The school
Not
said,
allowed to use AI.
you're not allowed. But for the teacher, is that okay? So this student actually asked for a refund from Northeastern University. She said, you know what? I want my money back because I don't want to be taught by ChatGPT. I am paying very expensive because education here in Boston is very expensive, and Northeastern University is an expensive institution to study at. She said, I'm paying a lot of money to be taught by humans and not by AI. So come here that we are going to take a look at this text right now. Okay, so this is the title. Let's see here. Melvin, can you read the title here for us?
It says, student ask for money back after professor uses AI.
Excellent, very good. So student asks for money back after professor uses AI. So to ask for your money back, is there another way for you to say that?
Get a refund.
To get a refund, exactly. So whenever you want to get a refund, you're actually asking for your money back. This is very common, especially here in America. If I buy this polo shirt and I don't like it, I can go back and get a refund. I give the receipt, they give me the money. It's no questions asked. Some stores are easier than others, like Walmart is very easy. Just go there. I bought a TV used for 2 days. I don't like my TV anymore. Go back, refund, easy. It's very simple. Back in my country, back where I'm from, it's very hard to get a refund. Oh my gosh. They will do everything not to give you the money back, but here it's easier. Okay, so this is the title of the text, okay? Let's take a look at this first sentence here. Let me ask maybe you, Gash, would you like to read for us, bro? Please.
A student at Northeastern University was upset after she found out her professor used AI to write class notes.
Excellent. So this student at Northeastern University, remember I told you Northeastern University is one of the top colleges, top universities here in the Boston region. And as you know, Boston is known for its education, right? So how many famous universities and institutions are there in Boston? Do you know?
No.
No?
Harvard?
Harvard is one of them. Right in Cambridge, very close to Boston. Who else? What else? MIT. Have you heard of the MIT?
Yes.
The Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Also a very top-rated institution. It's here in Massachusetts as well, in Boston as well, in Cambridge. And then we also have Boston College, Boston University. We have it's not an educational institution, but the Boston Dynamics, the company that creates the robots, it's here too. So, and Northeastern is right there. It's a great university, very expensive. And this student was upset. What is the meaning of the word upset, guys?
He was mad.
Yeah, she was mad. She was angry, right? Not feeling happy, right? We can put it that way. If you're upset, you're not happy. So she was upset after she found out, phrasal verb here, right? What does this mean, to find out?
To get to know.
To get to know something, to discover something, right? Yes, so she found out her professor used AI to write class notes, okay? So that was the problem. The professor told her that she cannot use AI, but he wasn't honest that he himself was using AI to write the class notes. So let me ask them a question here. Do you guys think that, first question, is it okay for teachers and professors to use AI in the classroom? What do you
Yes.
think?
Yes.
You think so, Yogesh? But do you
Yes,
think
sir.
do you think the professor or the teacher needs to be honest about it, needs to be upfront about it, or he can just not tell anyone? What do you think?
I think till he or she is explaining very well and students can understand, I think no one should have problem. What is the way to get the knowledge?
All right, as long as you're honest about it, no problem, right?
Yes, sir.
Does anybody think the same as you guys? Would like to complement that? Or maybe add a different opinion?
Yes, I believe that the professors have so many duties, so many things to do that they can use AI as a tool to speed up the process on certain things and make life easier for them.
Yeah, true. I agree with you.
Professor, it's okay. But another day I saw about one doctor using chat GPT in your attendance. In my opinion, it's strange. It's not common for me because doctor is studying heard about health.
Yeah.
So it's so many craze for me.
Yeah, it's true. There was a situation. I don't know if it was in Brazil or not, but that the doctor was using ChatGPT to get the diagnosis of of the patient. So the patient would come to their office, and they would be like, okay, well, tell me, how do you feel? And then they were like, oh, I have a headache, okay. And then he was typing on ChatGPT. Okay, my patient has a headache. What else? How long? For how long? Oh, it's been 3 days. Okay, 3 days. And then press enter. ChatGPT gives you a diagnosis or possible diagnosis, right? And then the doctor tells the person. And then there was a big controversy back in.
Yes, like that. All peoples can be doctors. What do
Right?
you think about this?
Yeah. Well, I think that it's a very complicated situation because at the same time that I think the doctor needs to be confident in their own abilities, I also don't want to be misdiagnosed. Do you understand? Like, if
Yes.
I go to the doctor, I want the doctor to give me the correct diagnosis. So, if the doctor needs to use ChatGPT to help me, no problem, so be it, it's fine. Just give me the correct diagnosis. The problem is if they use ChatGPT and they give me the wrong one, then it's bad. You know what I mean? So, like, if, in my opinion, okay, if the doctor is using AI to complement his knowledge, complement his work, I think it's good. It's fine.
Yes.
The problem is, like Bruna said, can you imagine? Everybody can be a doctor, then anybody can go. But at the same time, you have to go through college and go through the doctor medicine track, which is very long, right? I think for you to be a doctor, it's at least 7 years, I think. At least 7 years of constant studying, right?
I say because my field work is health.
True. Yes.
So I studying uh, as a pharmacist in my country.
Yes.
So what I know, it's because I study hard,
Yes.
not because I learn in ChatGPT, for
Yes.
example.
Yes.
So it's very strange for me.
I know. I know, my friend. It is strange. It is strange. I agree with you. But it's what I said. It's not the future anymore. It's the present. Everybody is using, and it's growing so fast, right? Tell me, Yogesh. I can't hear you.
Hello?
Yes, now I can.
Okay. So I want to add something from a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
AI is used in very different domains nowadays. So ChatGPT is also based on AI LLM model. So AI can be used in the medical field also. Like there are so many AI models which can be close to accuracy or can give you some amount of accuracy which was developed by researchers, and based on those pre-diagnostic or the result created by AI, doctors can get a lot of insight and they can save the time based on the data which is already available or data which have been taken from so many people and feed to that model, and based on the features or the data, if you match it with the patient, I think based on these calculation, AI can give you close or little bit insight, and doctor um, can conclude or can work on it little faster.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think so.
Very good. Thank you. I
But
think Miriam.
but depending,
Say that again, Yogesh.
but totally depending on the result, it has got like someone who has diabetes and it has put the information in the model, and it says that okay, it has 60% or 20% of diabetes, like non-diabetic, and you
Mm-hmm.
cannot say like it is a non-diabetic. It
Mm.
can be, but you need to do traditional method like insulin injection or whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So AI can be used in prior stage, and later with the knowledge, I think results can be much better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very good. Miriam?
Yes, teacher. Teacher can, in my opinion, teacher can use AI on these researches. For example, ChatGPT collects the data from different sites, and internet is not so trustworthy than book. I can put an information in the internet, and ChatGPT will collect it and put it as a search.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why it isn't advisable to use ChatGPT to create the material or the
Mm-hmm.
okay, so
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we went on a different tangent because we started talking about doctors and everything, but I think the same concept applies, right? It's like professionals that studied to be at their profession, but they are now incorporating this other tool into their daily lives, right? And I don't know if that's the case, but what might happen is that we will have many advancements, even in pharmacy, in medicine, because of AI as well. When a good group of pharmacists incorporate a very powerful tool such as AI into their work, into trying to discover new solutions, new medicine, new chemical compounds and everything, I think it's going to be amazing. Like, for example, in pharmacy, there are so many, like, for example, have you ever heard of Ozempic? Have you ever
Yes.
heard of it? Okay.
Yes,
Monjaro.
Monjaro.
Monjaro is more famous now.
Very good, Monjaro. So that is basically a medicine. I can call a medicine, Bruno, maybe. Um, chemical compounds that mimic hormones that you have in your body, and those hormones and that compound will make you feel less hungry. It will reduce your anxiety because some people they cannot stop thinking about food, right? So reduces anxiety, helps you, of course, if you go to the gym, if you do a good diet, you're gonna lose weight. So some people are saying that there won't be a necessity for that surgery, the bariatric surgery, you know what I mean, where you kind of cut a little bit of your stomach so you can lose a lot of weight. So they're saying that that little chemistry that happens there in the semaglutide, tirzepatide, all those things, it's going to help change the world basically. In the future, 5 years, 10 years from now, obesity will be very low. If you look at the rates of obesity in America before Ozempic and Mounjaro and after Ozempic and Mounjaro, you start seeing a decrease in the obesity in America for the first time in many years. So I love technology. I think it's amazing what these pills are doing, and they are now creating a pill that they are doing studies already that is going to help you lose weight and build muscle at the same time with not a lot of side effects. And I think it's awesome, you know, that all these technologies there to ultimately help us humans live a more comfortable life, you know.
Can I say
Anyways,
something?
yes, of course, Shakila.
Okay. Good morning in your side, and good morning and good evening in our side. I'm from Afghanistan for this night.
Oh,
Thank you for
what time is it there?
having me. Okay, thank you for having me. And I want to say something about the technology and about the AI.
Yeah.
First of all, I should say that everything has their own disadvantages and advantages. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Especially we can say for AI that AI has advantages more than disadvantages. For example, we can say for AI that it's so good for our life right now in the world. And for example, it will increase the error, and it decrease the error and increase the exact. We can in AI can use with algorithm and another machine. They can decrease the error or the mistakes of a human. That's so good for our working. Our work will we can work more and without any mistakes, without any error. And yes, they can also we can say in our in medicine, if I say in medicine, AI can soldier or surgery without any mistake. I think in my idea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about your idea. I don't know about more about medicine, but I say and about the decision. No, AI can decide without any mistake, without any error, and while a human has error and mistake, but I think doesn't have. This is my idea, and I will speak more, but it's turn to you, I think.
No, it's
Thank
so
you
good,
for that.
Shakila. Thank you so much for your participation. Amazing. Yes, everybody has an opportunity to state their opinion, okay? Excellent. Okay,
And
so
sorry, my English is not good, but you can help me. We can learn together.
listen. I'm trying to learn German. If I spoke German as you are speaking English right now, I would be so happy. I would tell everybody I'm fluent. I am fluent in German. I would put in my resume fluent in Portuguese, English, and German. Your English is great. Stop. Don't say your English is bad, okay?
Thank you.
Your English is amazing. All right, come here. Let's take a look at, so this was the first sentence that we saw. Let's progress in our story here, okay? So for the next one here, let me ask maybe, let's go with Melvin. Melvin, have you read this before? No, Melvin has read. Melvin, you guys, let's go with William. Can you please read this part here for us?
She said that the teacher didn't tell the students he wasn't using it. The student, Helen, the Stapleton, asked the school to give her money back for the class.
Right, so as I told you, the teacher said to the students, look guys, you cannot use AI. But the teacher himself was using AI. So Ella Stapleton, who is the person who was, the student who is suing the school, asking for the refund, just for that class, okay? Because here in America, you pay for the credits of that class. So if I'm studying, I don't know, computer programming 1, I will pay for that class, you know? And then she was asking for a refund for that class, obviously, not for the whole thing, okay? All right, good. Let's see here with maybe, who wants to read this part here, guys? Who hasn't read? Go, Fahad.
Yeah, she said she paid a lot to learn from a real person, not a computer.
Mm-hmm. So she wanted her money back, and her argument was, listen, I am paying a lot of money because this is Northeastern University. This is a very expensive institution. I'm paying a lot of money to learn from a person. Like when you go to the doctor, you want the doctor to help you, not the computer. If you wanted the computer to help you, you just type there and you do it from your house, you know? So she said, I paid a lot of money to learn from a person, not a computer. This is her thought process, okay? Let's see, another person here who hasn't read, please.
Yes, sir.
Go, Sumit.
Ella found sign of AI in the notes. There were a strange picture and mistake that looked like they come from ChatGPT.
Yes, so she was obviously familiar with ChatGPT because every student is familiar with ChatGPT these days. And she started realizing, my gosh, this text here, it's AI generated for sure. There are some mistakes that AI usually makes because it's by no means perfect. There are some strange pictures. I think it was AI who did this. So she found signs of AI in the notes, okay? Let's see another person who hasn't read yet, please.
Okay.
Okay, go, my friend.
She also found a note that said ChatGPT at the okay.
Yeah,
Where is
at the end of.
my okay the picture
Hi everyone.
you're opening the mic, bro. Please open it. Close it, Abdullah, because I wanna. Okay. She said she also found a note that said ChatGPT at the end of the paper. Ella said it was not fair because teachers tell students not to use AI, but this teacher used it himself.
Yes, so that's her main point. It was not fair. Basically, she was saying, I don't have any problems with teachers using AI. Everybody uses AI nowadays. It's okay. The problem is if the teacher is not honest about it. Because then, just be honest. I'm going to use AI, but you can't. If you think that's unfair, don't take the class. Or be honest in the way of like, I'm using AI, you can use AI too. It's fair for everybody. So she said she felt that it was not fair in her opinion, okay? Now come here again because I'm gonna ask you this question. So first I asked, what is your opinion about professors using AI, right? Now, what is your opinion on students using AI in class? What do you think? In any class, okay? English, whatever. Tell me.
Sir, can I share my opinion?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so what I have to say is that professors should, no, students should use AI, but not in mid-class. They should use AI to maybe take new notes or maybe revise a topic or something like that. Because using AI for answers is straight up cheating and it's not good for you and other people. Because if I want to maybe become a doctor, I might use AI and I might pass and become a doctor, but then after that, it will be very hard for me and the patient because the patients will just die in my first surgery or something like that. So I think we should use AI, but in different time and space we need to use it.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank you, Fahad. You guys.
I am against of this student using AI in the classroom. I think what teacher has come up with, you should listen to that and you should go to home and then revise. And then if you don't understand if you don't understand anything, you can use AI. And still you don't get it next day, come to class and ask teacher
Mm-hmm.
that this was the topic and I was not able to understand this. Could you explain, please?
Mm.
So I think in this way everything can be managed, and if you are still don't able to understand, you can ask teacher.
Yeah, okay, good. So basically, you are saying that um, if the student wants to use AI almost like a research tool, like we use Google nowadays, right? It's fine. And
Yes.
what Fahad is saying is that like if you're using AI to basically do your papers, write your texts, just give you the answers on the tests, then obviously that's not a great it's not a great idea. It might help you in the beginning of your career because you're gonna have a lot of good grades and it's gonna be amazing. But what about in the future when you actually have to put that in practice, you know? So I think you guys are saying the same thing. It depends on the way you use it. All right. Anybody else wants to share a little bit? AI using in the classroom, but for students. Can students do it? Yes or no? Okay. When I was studying, because I'm 33, so I was in college in 2006, 7, 8, I don't remember. I got into college when I was 17, right? And obviously there was no AI back in the day. So I had to study really hard, you know, to pass the tests and to do my final paper, which in Brazil is called TCC. Oh my gosh. And nowadays I'm thinking, bro, the people who are doing college right now, it's, you know, it's simpler. I'm not gonna say it's easy. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's simpler. Why? Because you have more tools. The same way that when I did college, my mom didn't go to college, nor my dad. So like other people would look at me and say, oh, it's so easy now because you have Wikipedia. You know, remember when Wikipedia was ChatGPT in my time because it had everything there. And some students just copied whatever was on Wikipedia to the paper, you know? So I think
Yes, the citation was also copied. Like
exactly.
1, 2, 3.
So like every
Write
generation,
and go to school. Write
yeah.
Wikipedia and go to
Microsoft
school.
Encyclopedia was also.
You see? So every generation has their own ChatGPT, you know? I had Wikipedia and Google. I don't know, my parents, they maybe had those big books, like encyclopedias, would also have everything there. Maybe the people, I think the only people who really worked really worked really hard were like the people way back in the day, you know? Like you hear of these like Thomas Aquinas, all these guys that studied really hard. They were graduated in law when they were like 18 years old, 17 years old, because they didn't have anything to do. They didn't have a TV, you know, to entertain themselves or TikTok. It was just books and studying and thinking. If you had the privilege to obviously be able to stop and think, you know. So every generation has had its own ChatGPT. That's my theory. Now, of course, it's even easier because you just ask and it gives you everything. If you're able to ask the right questions, ChatGPT can make it seem like a human, you know? If you just say, write me a text about the use of AI in the classroom, then it's just you look and you know it's AI. But if you are able to ask the right questions, give it the right directions, my goodness, it's almost indetectable, right? So, and for example, I'm currently doing a master's degree, and within the master's degrees systems, online systems, I don't know if you guys know anything like this, but there is a tool that is called Turnitin, and there is another tool that is called GPT-0 that colleges use to analyze the papers, you know? So when you upload the paper to the system checks and says, this text was written 100% by a human, 95% by a human, 5% AI. Oh, this text was written 100% by AI. And if you have that, of course, it's considered plagiarism here where I go to, where I study, right? So you just have to use it in the right context and be able to kind of use it in the right way, right? Plus, think about it. If you're using to just say, okay, write me this paper, you know, you are not getting the education that you deserve, that you're paying for, you know? Because if you are in a college, you're paying money, you're paying for the education you're gonna get. If you're asking ChatGPT to do everything for you, I don't know if that's smart, okay? Yes?
There are detection tools like ChatGPT-0, etc. In the near future, I think ChatGPT cannot also be detected because ChatGPT gets smarter every day.
Yes, exactly. These tools, they try to keep up, but AI is only getting smarter and smarter, more intelligent and more intelligent. By 2027, they are saying that there's going to be a AI crisis where AI is going to get so intelligent, but so intelligent, because think about it. If everybody here in this room is using ChatGPT every day, we are adding data to ChatGPT, and its memory is, oh my gosh, they remember everything. So imagine how much data the AI already has on us humans, how we behave. Because think about this, guys. This is crazy, okay? I just realized this because I talked to somebody and she told me that she does this. You know how people use ChatGPT nowadays? As like a psychologist, as a psychiatrist. They talk to ChatGPT as if the ChatGPT was their own psychologist. So she told me, like, I don't have money to pay a psychologist, so I go on ChatGPT and I talk to it and it gives me good advice. It listens to me, it gives me good advice, just like a psychologist would. Can you believe it? So, like, we are talking about education, papers. Oh, please help me write this paper. Some people are using it to actually have a friend. You know what I mean? So, imagine the data that AI already has on all of us, you know? It knows all our deepest desires, all our thoughts, what we want as humans. It knows everything. So if you Google AI 2027 paper, whatever, you're gonna see this paper written by one of the top guys on OpenAI predicting that by 2027 there's gonna be a crisis because AI is gonna get so much smarter that, you know, it's basically Terminator. Have you watched the movie Terminator, Skynet?
No, I haven't, but I have heard of it.
Yeah, so watch.
Can you spell it? Can you spell it, the name of
Yes, Terminator, Terminator, Terminator. This movie, there are 3 movies, okay? Terminator 1, 2, and 3. You have to watch everything, but by the 3rd movie, you see AI in action. But this movie was made in the 2000s, you know, there was no such thing. So that might happen. And if it does, just know, guys, that I love you very much, okay? I wish you the best. I hope we all have, you know, a good time living with the robots. Just like The Matrix, you know? Have you watched The Matrix? Come on. Please. The Matrix you have to have watched. No? Jesus, guys, you have to. You are obligated to watch The Matrix. It's your homework, okay? My homework for you is watch the movie The Matrix. All right, please. It's amazing. You're not going to regret it. Okay, let's come back and read the last part here. Okay. All right. So, who hasn't read that would like to read this paragraph, please? Nobody? Da-da-da-da. So I'm gonna Sumit. No, Sumit, you read already. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to look for a person who hasn't read. Maybe who else? Everybody did. So
I think Amanda.
Amanda, I don't think Amanda wants to do it. Do you want to do it, Amanda?
Yeah, but my audio is not good.
It's okay, no problem. Go.
The professor Rick Arrowwood later say he uses different AI tools like ChatGPT to help make his class materials. He said he should have checked the work more carefully.
Yes. So the professor, this is the name of the professor, Rick Arrowwood. He said that he uses AI. He uses different AI tools, not only ChatGPT, okay? Because he wants to make his class materials easier and better. He said he should have checked the work more carefully. So, there is a problem here because, as I told you, if you just go on ChatGPT and you ask for something, probably there will be many mistakes. But if you are a professor at Northeastern University, guys, you are a good academic. I cannot stand here and say that Rick Arrowwood is a bad professor. He is a good academic. He has, you know, climbed so many steps of the academia, you know, career. And obviously he has his own research. He has his own like ideas. What he missed here was on how to use it. Because he could have, for example, on ChatGPT, you can create your own ChatGPT, right? So if he created a ChatGPT for himself, like my work or my ideas, and for example, uploaded all his papers, all his books, everything that he has done academically to that ChatGPT, and then asked it to kind of write and then of course review whatever he has to say, there's no problem, you know, because it's his work. It's his work. He's just using a tool to make it simpler, easier, and improve his quality of life as well, you know, because it takes a lot of time to prepare a class and it takes a lot of time being a teacher. If you guys have ever taught a class, you guys know how it is. It takes a lot from you. So if you can use a tool to make it simpler, why not? You know, just make sure, as he said here, checked. He should have checked and been more careful about it, you know. And of course, being upfront and everything, I think that's important. All right, so let's go back here. Let me just say bye to all of you because it's time for us to go. But I think we had a good discussion today, don't you think? It was good. Tomorrow, we will have a class with Teacher Carter at 3 p.m., okay? 3 p.m. Boston time. And on Friday, we'll have a class with Alan at 11. No, at 10. 10, at 10 a.m. I always confused. And remember that next week is our last week before the break, okay? So next week we'll have class, normal, but we're gonna have a break, a 2-week break, okay? And then in the summer, July 7th, we come back with hopefully different times to give you more flexibility, okay? What else? Next Thursday is a holiday as well, okay, here in America. It's Juneteenth, so we won't have class next Thursday as well. But tomorrow and Friday, no problem. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, no problem. Friday, Thursday's a holiday. Friday, the last class before the break. Okay? Thank you so much. Tell your friends about the free conversation class. I think it's a great opportunity, not only for you and for me, but for the whole world, you know. My dream is to have the Zoom class here with 200 people. Can you believe it? Because I believe there are people that need to practice conversation, you know. So tell them about this class, and it's going to be amazing. All right? Thank you so much for today's class, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye. See you later.